Right now, my present life is gone. My former life.
What do you mean by that?
I'm here, basically, and so meaning that when I say that is basically I'm aware of the road ahead of me.
Look, buddy, you told the deputy that you came down with it. We don't know your story. That's what we're here to hear. Okay. We want your story. That's all.
My story is I don't have a license, and basically I have a baby on the way. My girlfriend is pregnant, and I just went to the store just to get her something. The officer came and like almost cut me off with the lights, kind of rammed me and tried to stop me or whatever, and I just didn't stop. And then by the time I did stop, he was like, "Get out of the car," and I was like, "For what?" And then other things happened. I'll just leave it at that. But
he was in his car. He was out of his car.
He got out of the car. First, he like kind of pulled me over. He kind of like forced me to pull over, and then he got out of the car and was like, "Get out of the car." You know what I mean? Like he was like, "You didn't see the lights. Get out of the car." And I did get out of the car. I left, and then
because you were afraid about your license.
I was afraid about a lot of things, but
that's what I want to hear. That's what we want to hear. What was you thinking? You know why he was stopping you?
That's maybe because of the dreads, black eye in the neighborhood. Maybe he didn't have any kind of nothing he can look for. Maybe he didn't have nowhere to be. Maybe he thought I was suspicious. I don't know. But I seen lights.
Did you feel like he was harassing you? Is that what you're saying?
Basically.
Okay, I got you.
Basically, that was the whole thing. It was. I was doing nothing. I came from the store. I was driving.
What road were you on when he got behind you?
Canna.
Canna? Okay. You headed towards US 1? Mm-hmm. Or headed the other way?
Headed towards US 1.
Headed towards US 1? Okay. What store did you go to?
I was just going around towards the, by the 7-Eleven, went in, and then when I turned around, he was like coming, and it was like, he was like by the church over there on Canner, and he like made a U-turn, and
you weren't drinking or nothing. You hadn't been doing nothing wrong, right? Is that no drinking, no drugs? You weren't driving erratic, right? So tell me what do you think he pulled you over for? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I have no idea.
Were you wearing your seatbelt?
Yeah.
The tags on the car all good, up to date?
He didn't even get a chance to see my tag.
No.
By the time I turned in, he was coming this way, and he made a U-turn.
So you think you just kind of saw him turn?
Maybe I was just driving a little too, maybe I wasn't, like maybe I was just,
right.
I had a window open, and I was just driving, and he, whoop!
Tint on the window, loud music, nothing.
That's probably the thing, no tint, window was down. Hey, black guy riding around, old school Corolla, you know what I mean? Hey, let me just check him. Let me just see what's going on here. And, I mean, like I said, I don't want to incriminate myself for anything because...
Yeah, no, we understand.
It's basically, that's what happened, you know what I mean? I didn't do anything wrong. Well, basically, I didn't approach him. He approached me for a random reason that didn't have anything to do with traffic violation. It didn't have anything to do with driving the wrong way. It didn't have anything to do with, me doing something outside of what I'm supposed to be doing on the road.
Right.
That's all that happened.
And all he said to you when you got out of the car, get out of the car, did you see the lights?
He put the lights, get out of the car.
Like on a speaker thing?
No, he got out of the car, was like, get out of the car. Like, he pulled me over and was like, you didn't see the light, get out of the car. And I don't have good, somebody forcing me to get out of my current place is not something that works well with me, you know what I mean? First, and that's, I'm just leave it at that. So I wasn't doing anything criminally wrong. I wasn't doing anything criminally wrong. I wasn't doing anything traffic violation besides, like I said, I'm working on getting my license. I'm getting a DUI, taking a DUI class, or not DUI, but like the traffic class to get my license and everything situated. But I was working on it. I've been paying tickets, and I just went to court last week. The judge was like, okay, when you bring that paperwork in, you know, you're fine. So, I mean, I'm not really supposed to be driving.
But it's only a misdemeanor.
Yeah, a misdemeanor.
Right? And no, I mean, you had no drugs in the car. You didn't have anything to be worried about. The worst thing he could have done is give you a ticket for a misdemeanor driving on a suspended license, or I guess you could take.
Or the worst thing he could have did was
arrest you for that,
or said, "What the hell are you doing? Get out of the car," and shot me down, or anything. Or
tell me that that's an interesting comment you made. I mean, tell me why you think like that.
Because you know, it's just, it's not a. All right, I'm gonna say it like this, and like I said, I know you're probably recording. Are you guys recording?
Yeah, of course.
I have respect for law enforcement. I have respect for, you know, authority. But it's just, danger is danger. If you feel that you're in danger, you're in danger. Period. And I'll leave it at that.
Now, I didn't see him. I was not even nowhere near him. I didn't see you till I walked in here. That's the first time I ever saw you. I was 30 miles away when all this went down this morning. How was he dressed?
Like an officer.
He was in his uniform? He wasn't in, like, raid gear like Cass would wear or anything like that?
No, I seen a gun. That's what I seen.
Okay. Was it in his hand or in his holster?
I just seen a gun, man. I'm gonna leave it at that.
When he walked up to you mean?
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
That's, you know what I mean? Like I said, certain things I will answer, certain things I won't.
Okay,
I have a
we respect that.
You know, but
all you gotta do.
Tell me am I charged? What am I charged?
All you gotta do is tell us whenever you don't want to talk. I want to make sure you're clear about that. We're just trying. You told the deputy you want to tell your story. We want to give you that opportunity.
That's all. The only thing to my story is I'm here and I wasn't doing anything criminally wrong.
I mean, I'm looking at you. You're sober. You don't. I don't think you've been drinking or on any kind of drugs, right? You don't have. You have mental issues. You don't have any mental health, right?
No mental.
I mean, you're smart. You go to high school?
No, graduated in 25.
Well, I know. I'm not saying now, but did you go?
Yeah, graduated high school.
Where'd you go to high school?
At William T. Dwyer, in Jupiter also.
A Dwyer grad. Now, what are you doing up? How long you been up here?
For some years. But that's just migrated. That's a long story. But
all right, Dwyer. Did you go to college too?
Am I charged with anything or? Obviously, I'm charged for the king.
Obviously, you're under arrest.
Under arrest.
We haven't exactly worked out what the charges are yet, but obviously you're under arrest.
Okay. How does that work for, like, how long will I be in here, or where will I be going?
I can't say how long you're going to be in here.
Is it like a
then you'll be going to the sentencing county jail.
Right. I'll be booked in as some kind of charge against me.
Why would you say murder?
Not murder, or a shooting, or whatever.
Fleeing and eluding.
Fleeing and eluding, whatever you know, attempted murder, whatever. That's what you didn't even tell me what I'm being detained for. It could be for driving, it could be for fleeing and eluding, it could be for anything. So obviously you're trying to put something on me, you know. So if that was the case, then you should ask why I did what I did. You know, you would ask, you know, what I did, why I did what I did, or whatever. You know, I don't know what you detectives like to ask, because you haven't even told me what I'm charged with.
And we haven't asked you that. Why did you do what you did?
Because I was in fear of my life, you know what I mean, and I wanted to be able to breathe another day, or just be able to not be put in a position of like, be at the disposal of another human being, you know what I mean, for something that I had no, you know what I mean. I don't know, the way he approached me, man, was so abrasive. It was like, or so aggressive, you know, with all his armor, body armor on.
Why didn't you keep driving after the first stop? So you stopped the first time, and then you take off, and that's fleeing and eluding, big deal, okay? You take off. Why did you stop that second time? Why didn't you just keep going?
He made me stop. He forced me to stop. He ran my car.
Oh, okay. You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, he ran my car.
He hit your car?
Yeah, he like ran me off of the road while I'm just trying to.
Gotcha.
So, I mean,
that's why we're here. We're just trying to understand.
I know you. I mean, it's not like you're trying to help me, obviously.
No.
But I mean, you're just trying, you know, obviously, but you know, you're trying to get.
We're trying to get the facts. We're trying to get the facts. You know, you said several times that we're trying to put stuff on you. That's not the case.
Okay.
We're trying to gather the facts so we can put the puzzle together.
Okay.
All the pieces are there. We just got to put it together. What you got to remember that is at some point in time in the future, you're going to want to tell your story. And if your story doesn't match up with what the evidence out there shows, then that's not good. So this is the best time for you to tell your story is when it's right here fresh in your mind. Because in 6 months or a year or 18 months, you're going to be like, man, you know.
That's all I have to say is just, you know, I was in fear of my life. Period, man.
All right. Can we talk about you? If we don't talk about that for a minute, can we talk about you? Where you're living, who you're living with, your girlfriend?
I have nothing else to talk about that. It is, you know, until y'all can tell me what's going on, you know, outside of this room. I don't know.
Well, and we're investigating. So I mean, truthfully, we don't know exactly what all's going on yet.
What do you want to know? If we can tell you, we'll tell. What
am I, when you take me to the, if you take me to the county jail, what am I going to be booked? Or what charges am I facing?
All right, let me, what do you think? What do you think we're going to arrest you for?
I don't know.
Just take a guess. Take a guess.
I would like for you to tell me that, please, if you don't mind.
Okay. Did you discharge a firearm today?
I mean, can you, like...
Well, I'm trying to give you a clue.
I mean, I don't have a law book, so I don't know
okay.
What statutes...
All right, let's start at the bottom. Driving with no license.
Which is where the whole thing started.
Fleeing to elude a law enforcement officer. That was the second step in the process. Okay? For sure. Okay. And what do you think after that?
I mean, I would like for you to tell me.
Okay. Shooting at a police officer. I mean, let's quit playing games. Shooting at a police officer. You're going to be arrested for that.
That's the charge that I'm going to...
Yeah, you're going to be arrested for shooting at a police officer.